Alright guys, welcome to the PWC channel once again. This time I am surprise recording the match between Diafishian, aka Joker, as he is called on Discord, and Trainer Layton. I didn't even ask both these guys if it's okay whether I record this match or not, but I just got home and saw that they are playing, so I decided to hop in and just record it anyway and ask them later, so we'll see what they say. Didn't really see the matchup now, but Dia is deciding to lead off with his legend, his Koffing, his signature mon. Or it's not his signature, but his team is named after it. Meanwhile, Layton is leading off with the Tornado's Eye, which he has also brought a lot this season so far. I see Layton has got his Grand Bull with him, as always. He's always trying to make use of it and having a lot of success with it so far. But yeah, I mean, the Koffing could obviously be a disguised Zoroark for Dia. I mean, it would make a lot of sense to disguise Zoroark as Koffing, just because Koffing, you would never expect it to pose a great threat. And obviously, it's always popular for any Zoroark user to lead off with it, to throw your opponent off straight away. So yeah, but I know that... Alright, so it's actually Koffing, not Zoroark, as is confirmed by the U-turn. Yeah, Layton asked me quite some questions this week about Zoroark, how it works, so I think he's very well prepared for Zoroark. I didn't tell him anything because I don't know that much about Zoroark, but yeah, I know that he has done some research on it. So, Dia is getting up toxic spikes with his Koffing, so that is already useful, that thing. Toxapex is in, and almost all the rest of Layton's team is in fact grounded apart from the Tornadoes, so something is probably gonna get poisoned before Dia Layton gets to remove those toxic spikes by bringing back in the Toxapex. So yeah, that's could be Koffing actually doing work. Maybe we will see a passive kill even as the match continues. That's cool. I mean, obviously Dia could even get up a second layer to badly poison the Porygon 2 if it comes in. That would definitely reduce Porygon's annoyingness by quite a bit. And I mean, Toxapex doesn't really pose a big threat to Koffing, I don't think, at least not immediately. So he might even do that. Also, Layton doesn't necessarily have a defogger with him, I don't think. Alright. Interesting that Koffing does get taunt. Did not know that. That does not make sense to me. Why that does a little ball? How would he taunt you? Can't even move. He can just float there and exude gas, but you know, exude gas and toxic spikes obviously. So he should probably, now that he is lost his Eviolite, I mean it's not gonna be a wall anyway. He should just try and get up another layer and then get out of there. Hope that the Tornadoes is not packing the defog, which it obviously might very well do. And looking at it, Dia only really has one good switch in to Tornadoes, which is his Diancie. So Tornadoes might be a good one for Layton. So far this season, Dia has had a lot more success than Layton has. Dia is definitely in contention for playoffs, so he's definitely, I think, taking it easy, seeing as he's always bringing Koffing with him, so he's definitely not pressuring himself too much to achieve anything in the league. But yeah, I mean, he's still gonna be the favorite in this match, I think, just because Layton has lost almost every single one of his matches so far this season, so you're not gonna expect him to do great things in this battle. But yeah, I mean, Layton even if he doesn't have the defog on Tornadoes, he still would have the opportunity to go straight back into his Toxapex and remove the spikes now, if he knows about that mechanic, which is not a given, seeing as this is a beginners league match. And yeah, some of these coaches don't know that much about the game yet, which, I mean, that's just natural if you're just beginning. So yeah, but if he knows about that mechanic, that grounded poison types remove those spikes, that's definitely an option to go back into it. One of these coaches is having a big think. I would suspect that that might be Dia in this case, because obviously he doesn't want to stay in with Koffing, because I think Koffing would die. Oh no. That's actually Layton. Alright, so I think we're gonna have a little bit of a break here. He just announced that he had to do urgent business, so he'll be right back. Alright, so it seems like we're back. Layton did indeed finish his business, and Dia did switch into Diancie, as I suspected he would, probably, and Layton does not go straight back into Toxapex, which is surprising. He instead goes into his signature mon Tauros. So yeah, I mean, obviously that would have been a good opportunity to go for him to go back into Toxapex and get rid of those spikes. So I'm gonna assume that he does not know about that mechanic. And oh, so that was a potential speed tie. I think Tauros and Diancie are in the exact same speed tier, so Dia decided to just risk it. And he did get rewarded by just one-shotting the Tauros. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely ballsy by Dia, and yeah, but it definitely paid off. So Layton now seizes the opportunity to go into Toxapex and get rid of those spikes. So he did do it after all, which is a shame. Honestly, I was hoping that Koffing would get a kill with those. Oh, and Dia is packing the Psychic on Diancie specifically for Toxapex, as it seems, so that's nice for him. He's gonna be able to... Ooh, and Layton reveals some tech, so Dia is finally paying for his ballsy plays, for his ballsy stay-ins with Diancie, and getting one-shotted by the Iron Tail. So nice play by Layton, nice prep by Layton. Layton is just angry in the chat, grieving for his Tauros, and now he's gotten his angry revenge. Now Dia is switching a bug type into the opposing flying type. Now that's interesting. This is surprising to me on many levels, just because obviously, as many of you might know, Tornadoes does have the prankster ability, so he is able, even after a speed boost, a potential speed boost, now he would be able to potentially cripple the thingy Scolipede by clicking Thunder Wave, and obviously he is still a flying type and can hurt it badly, as he just did with the acrobatics. But it seems like, yeah, this honestly, that was probably not the play for Dia, but you know, he went for it. He seems to be a YOLO kind of player, which can always work out, obviously, but in this case, seeing as Layton does have the Toxapex, I don't think it will. Let's see if Dia does carry the Earthquake. But even then, I think a +2 Earthquake from this range would probably not be enough to one-shot a Toxapex. I don't think so, actually. Yeah. But if it is enough, then I mean, it's still not gonna be sweep, just because he's also has the Porygon 2 in the back. which probably is able to live a hit. Also, Granbull does have Intimidate. Hmm. Yeah, I think right now, Layton might win this match just because he also has the Necrozma in the back, and Necrozma is very good against Dia's team. Dia has 3 Psychic Weak Pokemon, 1 neutral, and obviously 1 immunity, but Zoroark is so frail that he's probably gonna get one-shotted by one of Necrozma's coverage moves. Ooh, I think Layton told me what kind of Necrozma set he's running this week, and that yeah, if he does that I don't think that was a good idea. I think I'm just gonna say it as you guys will see this after the match has happened, so I'm not gonna spoil anyone, but I think he might run a setup mono psychic attack Necrozma, which I mean is a good set, but obviously it's not a good set against a guy that has a dark type as a signature, so you're gonna know for sure that he is gonna run a dark type that you would have to. Oh, alright. So Layton is deciding to give Dia a big chance by, instead of attacking it, just hazing, which I mean now probably Dia can Sworn stand straight back up again. I believe, because I don't think Toxapex can knock it out from this range, especially what are his last moves gonna be. I'm not even sure if he's gonna have the Scald, and a knockoff is definitely not enough to knock this Scolipede out. Yeah, but even then, something is gonna take more damage now. Damn, Layton is Layton is putting those fireworks in the chat right now. It's one of the most entertaining chats I've seen. Right, Dia deciding that he does not want to set up again and instead knocks out the Toxapex, which is definitely good for him, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna wall the Zoroark anymore, so the only real threat to Zoroark at this point, I think, is Porygon 2, which he probably won't get past that so easily. But obviously what he can do is, he can now, after Scolipede goes down, probably go into Koffing and against something like Porygon 2 or even Granbull and get up another layer of Toxic Spikes. But yeah, instead he's gonna go into Necrozma first, and let's see if he is in fact the set I was talking about. So I was thinking that he might be running a Cosmic Power set. Cosmic Power, Roost, Stored Power. Yeah, Layton is just announcing in the chat that he's gonna go all in now. So, I mean, he's gonna start setting up now, which that that must mean that he does have more than one attack. So, if he, obviously this wouldn't make any sense if he doesn't have a move to hit the Zoroark with it. But even then, setting up Cosmic Powers against Scolipede is not gonna work because, first of all, Scolipede does have a super effective move in Megahorn, stab move at that, and Scolipede can set up its attack faster than Necrozma can set up its defense, so that's not gonna work. Will have to kill it at some point. Mega horn me daddy. So he might be weakness policy. Let's see. Right, this is taking a long time. I did not expect that. This almost feels like a Jules match. Right, Dia switching out. Huh, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Alright, so Layton does reveal that he is indeed the Cosmic Power set, which might not work on many levels. First of all, Dia might have Clear Smog on Amoonguss. Second of all, he will have to have more than just a psychic move to hit Zoroark. So he will either not have Substitute to shield himself from Toxic or Clear Smog, or Aguav Berry. What's that? Alright. Or he will... Oh, it seems like this is not a Flygon, but rather a Zoroark that he's facing now. And Lamp, that's a funny nickname. Yeah, but Zoroark will not be able to do that much damage to Necrozma, I don't think. As you can see, that knockoff did absolutely nothing. Alright. Dia deciding he wants to sack his Koffing now. Maybe Koffing does pack Toxic. Let's see, we don't know. But, I mean, what else? He revealed Taunt and Toxic Spikes. Oh yeah, I mean, he could obviously Taunt, but he can't because Layton is gonna knock it out with stored power before. Right, so, yeah, I mean, what now? He probably... will he have an... please tell me you have a move to hit Zoroark with. Right, now he's gonna try and Clear Smog. Charge Beam, alright, so he does it indeed. Alright, okay, so this is gonna go down to this Amoonguss. Or gonna get stalled out, I should say. So I think Dia should probably go into Zoroark more now to preserve his team a little bit, because Layton is obviously gonna click stored power soon. Yeah, I think that was not the play, honestly. Yeah, I think he should go into Zoroark now, because Amoonguss can still be useful against the Granbull. Alright, Layton is now doing some sort of ADHD mind games in the chat. Now he said, oh, he clicked close combat. Whatever, I don't know if Necrozma even learns that, but I think he's just gonna try and make Dia not switch into Zoroark, but I think Dia's still gonna do it. It would make sense. Zoroark doesn't really beat a Granbull. It's slower than Tornadus, and it doesn't beat Porygon 2, so I don't think that he really needs it anymore. So he could try and preserve his Amoonguss here. But that's an interesting set, to be honest. The stored power charge beam set makes sense. I mean, had Dia not brought a toxic one, now he switches out. Wow, that's surprising, shall we call it? Yeah, I mean, he could have definitely, yeah, but now we can assume that Dia is probably in his Zoroark again, even if it looks like a Flygon. meaning that Layton can U-turn out. Alright, so he's a Scarf Zoroark. Um, Alright, he goes into Porygon. That means he does... Yeah, he's not gonna get knocked off because we just confirmed that the Zoroark is Scarfed. But yeah, I think the only way Dia beats this Porygon anymore is if he Toxics it with Amoonguss. So I think the play would be to sack this Zoroark probably, I think. Because Scolipede will be more useful than Zoroark is in the remainder of the match because it can actually outspeed and knock out the Tornadus. Yeah, this is ballsy. Right, so he will be able to live another other Tri-Attack, but Porygon might also pack the Ice Beam, and he would not be able to live that Ice Beam, so he should probably switch out here. I think it would be smarter to sack either Zoroark or even Scolipede, but Zoroark would be my choice, my personal choice. Interesting, very close match, very close match. Yeah, the fact that Layton still has this full health Gramble in the back is definitely very good for him. Alright, now Dia switched into actual Flygon, which shouldn't fear the Necrozma at all because he knows he only has stored power and Charge Beam as attacking moves, so he can just attack it here before it sets up. It might even go for setup itself, but I think that would be a little bit premature. Alright, he does. Yeah, this is not gonna do anything. Obviously he can set up here, but he will still have to think about the fact that first of all, Porygon could have Ice Beam. Second of all, he's not gonna one-shot a Gramble from this range, and Gramble is gonna one-shot him back, so... Yeah, and Yeah, but I think this can still work for Dia. This can work. Let's hope for him that he does have a move to hit the Granbull with. Layton should not let him get up another another two Dragon Dances here on the Necrozma, so he should switch out here. Because if he stays in, he's gonna live another turn of Toxic, and Dia will get two more Dragon Dances up before it dies, and then I think at +2 the Gramble is not gonna like a Earthquake or even an Iron Tail too much. Alright, so he goes into P2, meaning that he, in my mind, that means that he probably does have Ice Beam. But he is still gonna get, I mean, if he doesn't have Ice Beam, he's gonna get Twit KO'd here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Flygon is pretty weak. So, and Porygon is insanely bulky sometimes, depending on its investment. But yeah, weakening Porygon also means that Dia could still win with the Scolipede in the back. Yeah. And getting rid of Tornadus would mean that Dia wins with Amoonguss. This is still a very close match. Oh damn, he made use of the trace. Haha, that's funny. Alright, but he still gets He's still, yeah, Dia is just complaining about himself being bad, but I didn't think about it either. So, all right, now Layton is making plays that don't make any sense whatsoever. What? Why? Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, this was a strange event, but he didn't get punished for it, so it's all fine. Um, yeah, now Dia has to make the choice if he wants to. The thing is, Dia's team is all very low, so I think he should still try and get off damage on the Gramble. But honestly, this is looking really tricky for Dia to win it. As long as this Tornadus is still alive. If Tornadus was dead, then Amoonguss would just win the match for him at this point. But because it can toxic DP2, and obviously it beats Gramble and it beats the Necrozma. But the fact that he still has this Tornadus in the back, which can obviously knock out the Amoonguss, and he does not have a switch in for a flying type attack. Alright, now now Layton is making crazy plays again, and this time it doesn't work out, so this means that Amoonguss is gonna come back in and gets a free regener. White. Why is it at 6%? That means that no, this is Zoroark. Sorry, I'm stupid. But no, wait. Yeah, this must be Zoroark. This must be. But why is it Zoroark now? It was Flygon before, wasn't it? Alright, but this is gonna be a knockoff, obviously. Which Layton shouldn't let that happen to P2, but he does. Alright, yeah, I mean, this is still not the play, because now P2 is way less bulky. And Zoroark didn't really have any use anymore. He could have easily switched into Gramble, but obviously he could switch into Gramble now. I wouldn't be too surprised if Layton did that, which would just make the Zoroark way more useful than it should have been at this point. Alright. Dia deciding that he wants to keep it as a sack, which is a good idea in my mind. So now he's gonna get off a toxic. And alright, Layton doesn't let that happen at least, so that was smart. But still, Dia is probably gonna, should in my mind, sack Zoroark now. Because, I mean, Zoroark is really of no use anymore, and after the switch out, the Amoonguss is gonna be at full. But obviously, he knows that this Necrozma can't really hurt the Amoonguss now without being set up, so he switches into Flygon. Interesting. Alright. Meaning that he wants to get another free Dragon Dance up, which he will. Yeah, I mean, the thing for him is the only thing that still outspeeds the Tornadus for him is a Scolipede after a Protect probably, and that's a problem because he doesn't have any switch-ins left for Tornadus. This is a very interesting match. Very close, and still not clear to me who's gonna win it. Yeah, I don't get it either. How the Zoroark mechanic does work in detail. Why was it Flygon earlier and now it's Amoonguss? I really don't get it, honestly. I really don't. But I have never used Zoroark before because I think it's trash, but it's fun trash, obviously. Alright, so Dia taking the lead via the Necrozma dying to poison. Yeah, I'm not sure, Layton, why did he Why did he cosmic power? No, I mean, what's wrong with Layton? Yeah, that's a very good question. Sometimes, very good question. I think he has a real trouble concentrating for the length of a game. He said that he's probably gonna have YouTube videos running in the back once again, as he likes to do, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just not helpful. All right, Flygon is not useful anymore, so he should get off all the damage he can on this scramble now, in my mind, because yeah, I mean, he could switch into Amoonguss probably, but I wouldn't do it personally. I would try and get off, yeah, an attack, and Layton is really this guy is incredible. All right, now Dia gets off a completely free toxic on something, and Layton lets it be the Granbull. All right, that's interesting. Obviously, Granbull does learn Heal Bell, so in theory he could heal himself back up, but on the other hand, Toxic does have more PP than Heal Bell, so that's not gonna work forever. And yeah, what's gonna be his moveset? I think Layton runs it Bandit most of the time. Alright, he does Bandit Fire Punch. Damn, that hurts. Alright. This is definitely something that Dia absolutely has to keep here, so he needs to switch into Zoroark in second now. He needs to. Absolutely has to. He can't let this die here. Because he needs to... I think he still needs to Toxic the Porygon to beat it. Alright, he does make the good play here. That was a good play. This is why Dia is one of the best players in Beginners League. He knows how to play this game. Somewhat. Alright, so this is a double down. Interesting situation. Layton is writing GG, and that's just wrong. This is not GG. Not at all. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He could still win it with Porygon if he manages to... I mean, whenever Amoonguss gets in, he gets a hit off with Tornadus. And Dia does not have a switch in for Tornadus anymore, so... yeah, this is not GG at all, actually. I don't really see how he even beats the... Oh, Tornadus is at 1%. I didn't even remember, but I think that's still not gonna make a difference. So Dia does not have, hasn't revealed what's wrong with me. Hasn't revealed Protect on Scolipede yet, so oh, god damn it, Dia. What? Why? Alright, so Dia made the right play here. Or did he? No, he did not. What? What was that? Those were two misplays. This was a mirror misplay. I mean, obviously Layton should have just attacked with the Tornadus to knock out the Scolipede, which was the first misplay to switch out. But Dia countered that with a misplay. Alright. Now Layton is once again giving up the match in the end by letting him... Yeah, now it's actually GG. Because... I mean, it might still not be. He might still be able to win it with the Tornadus, to be honest. So... I think the play for Dia now is to sack the Flagon. Jesus Christ, what is happening here? What is happening? Yeah, I'm out of the loop with the thought process of these two guys. Yeah, no idea what that was about, honestly. I don't really know what to say anymore. Now, once again, Layton has the opportunity to click acrobatics. I think at 64% he might have a chance that it knocks out the Amoonguss. And if it does, then he actually can win this match. But he doesn't. What? Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. This is beyond me. Um, yeah, I think it's looking like Dia might win this potentially. I mean, I don't know what is Layton trying to recover, to regenerate a stall Dia here. That's not working, dude. I mean, it's never gonna work. So yeah, you tried, but you could have just. I mean, you should have just tried to. All right, so it does 55%. So it's probably didn't work. But obviously, with a crit, he could have won this game still. Now he's just gonna get stalled out. I think it will be tough for Dia to preserve the 3-0, but obviously the win is Dia's now. Yeah, this was an exciting one. Very close, very close. Once again, I think Layton played quite well in the early game. He definitely could have won this match, definitely. But the end game is not Dia's strength, Layton's strength. Sorry, I didn't mean to diss Dia at this point, but not Layton's strength. The end game. I mean, he really seems to lack the concentration for this period of time. It's really strange to me. What was that about? All right, at least he gets to kill one more mon. And now I think we're gonna see the Flygon come out and try and knock it out, or even Scolipede. Maybe he does reveal the protect now. No, he doesn't. But he can knock it out. Alright, so GG guys. Very interesting, very close. This was a fun match. So see you guys in the next recording.